YTBC, what's the deal? So I ran across another interesting article here on Boxing Scene. I'll leave the article in the description box like always. You read it, come to your own surmise. Alright, Lucas Browne dismisses rumors of Haye Mayday. Alright, so let me just read a quote from this article and I'm going to go ahead and chop it up with you guys. It says, I think it's funny how full of shit Haye is. I'm not fighting him. Akendo is next. It's all in the contract. It ain't happening. Browne confirmed through social media on Monday. Haye made his long-awaited comeback with the first-round stoppage win over Mark DeMora at the O2 in January 16th. He's back on the same venue May 21st, but he will have to look elsewhere now that Browne has ruled himself out as a potential dance partner. One thing I will say about Lucas Browne is he is staying consistent now. Solomon Huamano has came out and called him out, said him and his team will offer Browne $1 million to take a fight in Australia. Joseph Parker also has some things to say after Browne beat Chigaev, and then David Haye was said that he does have an opponent, but he will, he's trying to secure Lucas Browne fight. Now I'm reading some of the comments under this article on Boxing Scene. A lot of fans are saying, Browne ducking Haye, and and I've came out and said, I think Browne is being a little bit dismissive of some certain guys after winning this regular WBA title. I look at Tyson Fury as the real WBA champion, so I thought that Browne was just being dismissive of some of the other guys. But with that said, though, he doesn't want to have a breach of contract here, man. I mean, if he's signed up for this WBA tournament, I expect him to stick to what he signed, and that's to fight Frez Akendo. The winner out of Chigaev and Browne was supposed to face Frez Akendo. Now, you as a fan, and a lot of other fans may not think Akendo deserves to be in this tournament at all. You may say, hey, man, this dude's 42 years old. He hasn't really been, a viable threat since about 04, 05 or something like that. That's fine if you believe that. But what I think is, Browne should just follow suit with the tournament. Frez Akendo, from what I'm hearing, it's probably 50-50 that he even is going to be available for June date with Browne because he's coming over. He's healing his injury that he had. But like I said in previous videos, at 42 years old, tournament format, I mean, you're not going to get too many opportunities at world title shots if you're Frez Akendo. So you have to take what you have, even if it's the last fight of your career, man. I really don't see Akendo being around and being a viable threat at heavyweight in another 5 or 6 years. So you just would think he would just go in there best as he can and try to just fight. But I haven't heard Akendo say he's not going to take the fight, but I have heard that they're talking about it's a maybe. That it's a maybe if they're going to fight. So what I think, people need to stop calling out Lucas Browne because he's making it clear that he wants to fight Frez Akendo. Now, like I said, you can, have your own things to say about Frez Akendo, but he is ranked, I believe he's ranked number 6 by the WBA. He is in the top 6 or 7, so it's not like they just found a random guy. And he had a close fight with Ruslan Chigaev. I believe the back half of that fight was pretty even. The first half I gave to Chigaev. I thought he was more active with his hands. Then Akendo started to open up after the 6th round. So it was a close fight. Not the most entertaining, kind of boring if you like action. But I just think David Haye needs to go ahead and announce his opponent. Obviously, it's not going to be Lucas Browne, and Browne doesn't want to fight anybody but Frez Akendo next. It's the tournament, and it's fine. Now, if this tournament wasn't going on and he was being dismissive of Parker and Haye and those guys, then I would have something to say. But hey, man, he's a part of the tournament. Just let him finish out the tournament. Supposed to fight in June. If he wins this fight against Akendo, he's either going to fight Luis Ortiz, Alexander Usanov, Tyson Fury, or Vladimir Klitschko. So he should just stay course, stay on accord with this WBA tournament, and we'll see him in a good fight. Probably by the end of the year. I don't know when they're going to have, probably next year, that other side of the bracket will be complete. But, I want Browne to take care of Akendo. And after the Akendo fight, if he has to wait a little bit until the other side of that bracket gets cleared up, then maybe we can start talking about him being in another fight. But right now, Parker has a fight coming up with Carlos Takam. He has his hands full. And if he wins that fight, he's supposed to fight the winner of Martin versus Anthony Joshua. So in Solomon Huamano, he's not going to get a title shot right now. I just don't think that's going to happen. Even though he is rated in the top 15, I don't think he's going to get a shot at Lucas Browne right now. But I think people need to stop calling out Lucas Browne. He made it clear that he wants to fight Fresakendo because it's a part of the tournament. I don't think he's scared or ducking anybody. Just following the contract. YTBC. I'm out.